Primetime. That's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.,
Why in the world am I sitting back and being quiet about this?
Matt Hayes,
Oh, my God. This is ridiculous.
and Leon Searcy.
If you can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
What could have been, never was. I think we've been there before. You see something, you think you've got it, potential is great, you start to dream. It's like winning the lottery. You spend it in your mind. But in the case of Texas Tech, they thought they had Brendan Sorsby. They paid for Brendan Sorsby. They thought they had it. And when you sum up the career of the Red Raider, Brendan Sorsby, when it's all said and done, nothing but chaos. And he never made it to Lubbock to start a football game. He has now pulled himself out and is going to make himself available for the supplemental draft in the National Football League. Where will the Jacksonville Jaguars draft him? Huh?
I don't know.
Where will they draft him?
6th round.
6th round.
You guys were just saying yesterday they need a backup.
They do.
Yeah.
There's no doubt
A
about
viable
that.
one, yeah.
Especially with Nicky Mullins, kind of uneven. Even Joey Aguilar, not Joey smokes every day at the OTAs the way we were hoping. But bottom line is we set up our show today. Welcome in. It's XL Primetime. We got plenty to get into. We still have some leftover Jags OTAs and minicamp talk. And as I told Fat Tony and D-Rock earlier that Coach Ingram will be in, and he saw a bunch of OTAs and minicamps, so we'll definitely be chopping it up with him. But this first hour, we need to stay on the Brendan Sorsby thing. Matt, when this thing all went down, do you think Sorsby could have saved the embarrassment for the Big 12 folks, the Texas Tech folks? What did you call it? A hostage video?
The hostage video.
The hostage. Do you think they could? He could have saved them from the 22-minute hostage video just by saying this earlier than late yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a bad, self-serving situation all around.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and I think the biggest problem I had with this the entire time was the focus wasn't where it should have been. The focus all along should have been on him. He broke the number one rule. He should not be playing. Not on Texas Tech because they were trying to be self-serving and keep him eligible, because that's what they were doing, like any other school would do. All right, not on an activist judge, not on attorneys general trying to get their 15 minutes of political fame. It should all have been on him. He's the reason they're in this situation. He should have bowed out gracefully a month ago when it was obvious he was betting not on Cincinnati, but betting while he played for Cincinnati. You cannot gamble. And it's not just gambling on your own team in the NCAA. You cannot gamble on NCAA-sponsored events, period. That's it, period. It's the number one rule. It's the cardinal sin of the NCAA. And he did. And I think that's, at the end of the day, that's what this is about. And this is what a quote, this is what a source at Texas Tech told me last night, that he was, quote, done fighting. Sorsby was done fighting. Like it was starting to wear on him. And he also knew that the deadline for the NFL supplemental draft was, 11 days away? Less than that, like 9 days away now, I think. What's today? 16? No, less than that, like 6 days away now. There wasn't going to be a decision on the appeal or any other potential lawsuits down the road from the attorneys generals that were lining up to help the Big 12 sue the Texas Attorney General. It was Attorney General versus Attorney General, Joe, for all the generals. Yeah, and I think it's just he realized, look, I see the road, and the road ends with me being the guy in the bad spot.
Well, here's the thing. Players already got an ego, super egos, right? And then you add attorneys who ill-advise you and tell you, hey, we got a winnable case. I mean, you can't blame the kid for that. Trying to
I'm blaming him for actually
you blame
doing
him for
the one thing that he wasn't supposed to do, and then trying to stay eligible.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we go back to the president in the hostage video, as Matt describes it. And one of the first things he said was, Brendan made a mistake, as if it was a singular moment.
Now, you make a mistake when you gamble, and it costs you, $20.
Well, yeah. I make bad decisions, okay? That's with an S when it comes to who I choose. Every single time I seem to be on the other end of it. Why did I lay 2.5 instead of take 2.5? The rule. But it wasn't just a mistake. It was scores and scores, thousands and thousands.
Well, it's compound, right? I mean, every time you lose, you think you bet again here and there to make up for that loss.
Oh, yeah.
So you're talking about stuff that compounds over time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy. I mean, I'm not making excuses for the kid, but it's easy to see one bet leads to 2 more for that one bet, then 4 more for that 2 bet.
Yeah.
And then before
Yeah,
you know
he's
it,
also probably like 21.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a dumbass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
his
feel
brain-
But you know
his
what?
brain has-
it sounds like lame, but I feel sorry for him too.
Well,
I mean,
He
this
made
is the
his
problem
own
I have.
bed,
with the-
he's
This is
gotta
another
lay
problem
in
I
it,
have with this.
but,
Everybody calling him a kid.
He is, man.
He's not a kid.
Yes,
He's
he
a
is.
grown man.
well,
He's 22 years old. He's a grown man.
Well, when
Yeah.
I was 22, I did a lot of dumb stuff.
Right.
brain wasn't fully developed.
Right?
Yeah.
And guess what happened? You felt the
And
consequences
he
for that
is
dumb
going
stuff.
to.
Yeah.
He
Right,
is
but
going
he,
to.
but he not until yesterday. That's
Right.
kind of my point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And look, he's been through the ringer, and you can only feel sorry for him for a certain amount, and then you're going back to the
Right, he
very
was still going to get.
harsh
He was
reality.
still
that-
going to get $3 million to do this.
Yeah, that this
Let's
guy,
not forget that either.
He's
yeah,
a victim,
a lot,
bro.
a lot of dumb decisions are made.
So wait a minute, he's taking a pay cut to go to the NFL.
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
he has no
big time.
choice. Or he'd just be out of football for a year if he didn't.
Well, just think about it. If he just makes a roster, he is less than $1 million, and he was scheduled to make 5. And so that right there alone is a 5-1 loss.
But when
if
he
not
has these
more.
these deals with MGM and Hard Rock
Sure,
and
yeah.
everything, obviously he's gonna.
What do you make if
make
you're
a
on the
ton of
commissioner's
cash.
list? If you're on the
But he's the
commissioner's
face of Hard Rock.
cannot play list or whatever they call that.
Yeah.
How much do you make? Or do you make anything?
A commissioner's list.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
When you're
I
on the
don't think you
commissioners, you
may.
did the wrong thing list.
Deshaun was on there. I'm trying to think who else was on there. Maybe you can find that, JJ. Just tell us.
Do you
now.
still
Here's
get paid? I guess is the
a
question.
couple of things that we, at the very least, need to lay out there. He is applying for the supplemental draft. The NFL doesn't have to take him.
No.
No.
That's number one. And we will get into all the other things, but let's just at least have a little fun coming at it from a couple of different angles. And if he were to drift, 6th, 7th round, and you were the GM of the Jaguars, would you take a flyer? 6'4", 110.
By the way, what they do get paid their full salary, their full base salary, while placed on the NFL commissioner's exempt list.
And
Okay.
it does stay in their pocket.
Yes.
So Deshaun was able to keep all of his.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't know how the supplemental draft works these days. It used to be where it was just like a draft, where it would go and the first round would be team, and then you say pass.
Now
Pass.
you
Now I think you just submit the highest you want to do.
Exactly. You say this is what we're
Right.
willing.
This is what
to,
I'm willing to do, and then the
Right.
highest guy gets him.
And then I
It's like a
believe
lottery.
it's a bit of a secret ballot.
Yeah.
In that respect. But anyway, let's get into it. And did it fall the way you wanted it to fall in terms of a college football fan not seeing Sorsby in a college uniform competing? Let us know. 6'4", 110. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures as we just get rolling on a Tuesday.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. This World Cup soccer update is laced up by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes and Houston's Meats.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update. Day 6 of the World Cup, France and Senegal in about 3 hours at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And then it's another Group I game, Iraq and Norway in Foxborough. The coach of the Iraqi team is an Aussie, Graham Arnold, and he's noticed a lot of fan support in the U.S.
There's a lot at the hotel and everywhere we go. It's, the Iraqi fans have been there and grateful for qualifying. But as I said, qualification is not enough. I want more.
Only once before has Iraq been in the World Cup. It was 1986, played 3 games, only gave up 4 goals, but lost all 3. It's Norway's first World Cup since 1998. They're led by 25-year-old Erling Haaland, scored 16 goals in qualifying games. Group J has Argentina, the defending World Cup champs, taking on Algeria tonight in Kansas City, then a late start in Santa Clara, Austria, and Jordan. John Stashauer, Westwood One Sports.
Hi, how can I help?
Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager.
I see.
Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes, we have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
It's Men's Health Month, and Ackerman Urology reminds you that early detection matters for prostate health. If you're over 40, now's the time to get checked. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. So don't wait. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Some auto shops call it an inspection and flag any little thing. That's called a wallet flush. At AA Automotive, they don't play that game. They fix only what needs fixing. AA Automotive on Richard Street. Boring name, awesome service, and no wallet flush.
Fish know where to hide. Captain Kevin knows how to find them.
That's a big one.
Listen for the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
ET here for Encore Research. What if the next medical breakthrough started with you? Clinical research volunteers play a vital role in helping doctors better understand diseases and develop future treatments. This summer, discover how participating in a clinical research study can advance medical breakthroughs while empowering you to take an active role in your own healthcare journey. Are you ready to learn? Check them out at EncoreDocs.com. Together, we're building a healthier future for Jacksonville.
Soccer fans, Michelob Ultra is going to pay somebody $90,000 to go to the FIFA World Cup 2026 final and bring the Superior Player of the Match trophy. Yes, I'm being serious right now. It's got some weight to it. This is the real thing, people. Michelob Ultra, $90,000. FIFA World Cup 2026 final. You watch the match, you get the honor of carrying the Superior Player of the Match trophy. That's a soccer fan's dream come true.
Enjoy the beautiful game with a cold Michelob Ultra, the official beer of World Cup 2026.
Hi, this is Randy Goodwin with PRI Productions. We're proud to partner with Dreams Come True, a Jacksonville nonprofit that grants the dreams of children that are facing life-threatening illnesses. Join us for Dream Day on Saturday, June 27th from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at PRI Productions, located at 1819 Kings Avenue in San Marco. Come cheer on 35 incredible children and help make their day unforgettable. It's all free. You just need to be there Saturday, June 27th, Dream Day. Hope to see you there.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation? From a real person? Good luck. That is what's so nice about Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Unlike publicly traded conglomerates with headquarters in faraway cities, Mike Merritt's Heating and Air remains family-owned and operated by Mike, your neighbor. Mike Merritt has delivered hometown service, integrity, and pricing for generations. The big guys incentivize their techs to sell you new equipment. Mike's team emphasizes repair first. We only sell you equipment if your current equipment is worn out and beyond repair. And let's be honest about price. Small operations without much overhead can sometimes lowball your job, but you can't trust just anyone with a truck. They may be here today and gone tomorrow. Mike Merritt has been keeping North Florida cool for more than 3 decades. That's experience and dedication you can count on. Call today or see us on the web.
Florida license number CAC 050384.
Looking for ways to save on your JEA bill? We're on it. When it comes to your utilities, the less you use, the more you can save. That's why JEA offers ways to help you manage your usage and avoid higher than expected bills. Use our online tools to monitor your usage throughout the month. Schedule a free irrigation or energy efficiency assessment and get personalized tips to save. And with JEA rebates, you can save when upgrading to more efficient equipment. Find more ways to save at JEA.com.
I'm local attorney Rick Alexander. In my 30 years practicing law, I've learned you never want to choose money over health. It's always a bad deal. Unfortunately, when someone screws up and you get hurt, that choice is gone. Your only choice is whether you face the future with a lawyer or without one. If you're hurt because somebody screwed up, call me at the practice. The Alexander Law Practice, 904-400-6600 or alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
I got sent home from school one day with a shiner on my eye. Fighting was against the rules and it didn't matter why. When Dad got home, I told that story just like I'd rehearsed. Then stood there on those trembling knees and waited for the worst.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
The only thing that's written more in a country song than Daddy is Mama.
Daddy.
Okay? Mama gets written in
Or
a
the
lot of
truck.
songs. Or the truck. But Daddy. And so what is Brendan Sorsby's daddy thinking about when he comes home and says, Dad, I ain't gonna be able to play in Lubbock anymore. Texas Tech, it ain't gonna happen. What'd you do, son? Gambled on. I gambled on football.
I used your phone to gamble on football.
How many times?
I used Mama's phone to gamble on football.
9,000 times. We're gonna sit down and write us a damn country song off of that. All right, listen, we need to celebrate Father's Day, though, because dads, you guys have had to put out some fires, right?
True. Facts,
Okay.
yeah. You know what thing about when it comes to daddies?
Yeah.
The only person in the family that wants you to do better than him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
True.
You
That's
raise
the
them
truth.
so they can, conquer more.
That's right.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right, so speaking of dad, it's Father's Day week. Let's give something away.
Absolutely. I got a lot. All right.
Good.
$50 gift certificate to Houston's Meats. $100 gift card to Green Acre Sporting Goods. This is all part of 1010XL's Father's Day gift guide. Visit 1010XL.com for more great gift ideas. And all winners will be entered for a chance to win $500 from Beard's Diamonds. So be caller number 4 right now at 641-1010, and I'll hook you up.
Are you saying, future dad, that you just gave somebody else 150 to the good?
I did, with a chance to win 500 more.
Nice. Gosh, this is awesome.
And I've already told everyone happy Father's Days for me on Sunday. I don't deserve it. I'm not a father yet. I haven't been through the wars.
No.
So I don't want to hear it.
Bro,
Even though I was giving Blake happy Mother's Day.
Let me just say this.
Bro, that's
But-
nonsense, bro. You are a father.
She's
No.
scary.
Those wars
You
are
talk to
coming,
your
bro.
daughter as
I know they are.
you talk to your daughter as she lay in the water in the womb
That's
of your
true.
wife.
Yeah.
Those wars are coming,
But
bro.
I've yet to even
You got to change
do one
a
diaper yet.
green or yellow diaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll be a father. Until then, though, let me take these calls.
All right. So we got somebody hooked up right now. JJ's going to take care of them. And we will have more Father's Day giveaways. Father's Day week includes the United States Open because it's celebrated on Sunday of Father's Day. And, there's going to be a storyline attached to that. We'll get into that with our picks coming up tomorrow. But we've been staying on the Sorsby saga.
Real quick with Sorsby.
Yeah.
We were wondering where the NFL would suspend him or if they would allow him to
Yeah.
play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching a video right now of Rashee Rice being released from jail after serving 30 days and running away from media trying to video him.
And that was when he had violated his probation was he testing
Bro,
positive for marijuana? Is that what it was?
I don't know, but them 30 days went by fast, bro.
I don't know what it was.
Figure his 30 days or
but
Sorsby's
if
30
you're
days.
30
Both of them
days in the
went by fast.
Hooskow versus a quote-unquote mental problem, what do you think the league's going to do?
Well, they probably will penalize Sorsby maybe even more than Rashee Rice, even though, like we said, what he did was terrible. And I know that what Sorsby did was terrible too, but they're two totally different things. It's very, very hard to compare. Breaking the law,
What did Rashee
doing
do?
something for the safety of the game is
The
all in
integrity
play
of the
here.
game.
He smoked weed during his probation, right?
Yeah,
Rashee?
that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that was at least grounds for them.
But the
to toss
initial
him.
probation was for,
I'm not sure.
Well,
You tell me.
I thought it was like domestic violence, wasn't it?
No,
well, that's
he was
bad.
Rashee.
No, the initial thing that put him on probation. He was in jail for smoking pot on probation. What's the initial thing that got him on
I
probation?
thought it was from the vehicular accident, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe it was.
Yeah,
from,
it was
I don't
from
know.
the
That's what I
Maybe
thought
it
it was
was.
from.
Maybe it was.
Yeah.
Because that's when he had to sit out the games that he had
You
to
can't
sit
go
out
throwing
before.
around domestic violence, can you?
No,
Jeez,
no.
Matt.
Yeah, let's make sure. But anyway, that's where we are. So Sorsby,
He's just a bad driver. That's all.
oh my God, going 100.
Well, did he hurt someone in this?
Yeah, it
vehicular-
was.
He got one count of aggravated assault, one count of collision involving seriously bodily injury, and 6 counts of
Okay, involved
collision
seriously,
involving-
but
Oh,
are we
it
talking
wasn't
like,
good what he did.
And then got up
like
and left.
dead, or just serious?
I'm just
bodily
saying he
injury?
didn't hit his girl. That's all.
Right, they were racing. he got
They
up
need
and
to
left.
specify.
Yeah.
Let's not get in trouble here.
He might have caused serious bodily injury
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a good guy.
because he was driving around impaired, but he didn't hit his girl. Okay.
No, he wasn't
He
impaired.
wasn't impaired. They were just
He was
racing.
being
Reckless driving.
Let's not keep throwing more stuff
geez.
out.
Matt's like, he
Throwing
was
dirt
shooting
on
the
the-
gun out of the car.
Allegedly.
Throwing dirt on this grave.
Allegedly.
So anyway, let's get back to Sorsby and who will draft him? Who is desperate enough to make that play? And then what will the punishment be for Sorsby when you do get to an NFL job and you show up? What should it be? Leon, what do you think when you talk about a guy that...
Well, technically, the NFL can't punish him because he's a college player. But, of course, the NFL finds loopholes and policies that they make to where they can impose.
He's coming into the league.
Because he's coming to the league like they did Terrell Pryor back in the day. I think they gave him a 5-game suspension for selling his own likeness. And that's just crazy when you think about where we are today.
Exactly.
But gambling's serious. You know, when you're betting on your team to win, I think the NFL is going to hit him with at least 4 games. I think they'll hit him with 4 games coming in, wherever the team goes. He probably go to Cleveland. They need another quarterback. They'll be their 10th
I think they're going to
quarterback
have him sit out the entire year.
Woo.
Wow.
I do. Yep, the entire year.
Wow.
'Cause that's, I mean, you're talking,
Does that
I mean, this is
include
a
the Abilene
legit
Christian
dude.
game?
This is a dude who has proven he will bet on his own team.
Right.
If you're the NFL and integrity is your number one thing, like it should be for every sport, because if you don't have integrity, you don't have competition. You don't have competition, you just have like.
Wouldn't it be
whatever
nice
is.
if integrity was the number one thing
Right.
in every sport?
But I mean, if you don't have that game integrity, you don't have competition, then it's just entertainment. That's all.
So you no go ahead. So
I don't think you're out like way out on a limb when you say an entire year. You're the first I've heard
I
say
think they're going to tell him to say, get
but-
your stuff together.
Right.
You know, get healthy. Continue to go seek treatment.
Right.
Come back next year. You can be on the roster. You can be signed. You can be earning money. You're on the commissioner's list, but you're not going to play for a year.
Well, I mean, that's usually the standard. I mean, who was the wide receiver that came here from Atlanta that got suspended for a year? Ridley.
Yeah.
Ridley.
Didn't he gamble? He gambled on
$1,500.
$1,500 on
Yeah, for a year and a half, I thought, right?
well, a year.
No.
They set him up for
He was
Because he
hurt.
finished the one season
he
on
was
the list.
hurt at the end of the year when he didn't
was hurt.
play. That's why he was. Well,
Okay.
he claims he was gambling when he was hurt or
He
whatever.
did one of those articles on, I think it was the
So
players.
he was only one full year then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And had to sit out.
Had to sit out.
So he paid a pretty hefty price and also was dealing with pretty significant injuries.
Yeah. So, I mean, that seems to be the standard the NFL set. So,
Which was probably taken into consideration, him sitting out during,
Yeah, I
during
would
those
think so.
injuries too.
And it may go back to kind of what you're saying is that if the NFL looks at it and they go, hey, you weren't going to be playing in the NFL this year anyway. You were going to be playing college football. So why don't you just keep developing yourself and learn a little bit more about what it takes to be on a team and not break rules? Sit out. That may or may not happen. I still think the NFL is built to, if they see a quarterback that they think can make the throws, there's going to be a team that wants him and a team that will risk a few things to get him, because that's how desperate teams can be when it comes to the quarterback position. But then it's just a matter of whether or not Roger Goodell chimes in, like you're saying.
I mean, there's recent history of it. That was how many years ago? 4, right? With
4.
Ridley, it was 4 years
That
ago.
sounds about right. Yeah, because he's been gone 3 years from here. So yeah,
I can't imagine he plays this year. I can't imagine they don't suspend him for a full year. And again, Ridley was while he was in the league, so that was a different animal. Obviously, he's in college football,
right?
But if you clearly you see the track record of a guy who's willing to bet on his own team as well as other sports. It's not. Here's the thing too with the gambling is it's not just that he's gambling on his own team. He's also gambling in other sports and he's losing money. If he gets into a hole, then he's more willing to gamble on his team. You know what I mean? To try and throw a game.
Well, yeah,
that's the whole process of the way the NCAA looks at the gambling. It's not so much, or I should say, it's not so much. It's bad enough that you gamble on your own team, but gambling and getting in a hole and owing people money, and the people coming to you and saying you either pay now or you need to throw a game, because that's typically how it works. Now, I don't know if it works. It doesn't work that way clearly with FanDuel and all that, but if he's at the point where he's dealing with
a bookie,
you know, like.
Yeah, a bookie.
Yeah, a bookie.
And so
then that's how it works.
Yeah.
Or Boston Rock will come to see you.
I've been
trade
asked,
information.
I've been asked to be muscle for a bookie. I didn't know, but he called me up. He said, "Leon, I want to take you to breakfast." I went out to breakfast. He went to his all the repair plays.
I think you told us this like
yeah,
6
then,
years
then
ago.
he just told me to step out the car. I was like, what the hell am I stepping out the car for? So I didn't know this guy was a bookie, but he told me to step out the car to appear as the muscle for him. I said, bro, don't do that. again."
Hilarious.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Speaking of muscle, that was a terrible segue. But the text line is informing us. Matt is correct. Unfortunately, for multiple reasons, Rashee Rice did assault his ex-girlfriend.
Right, but was the probation from the
I don't know.
actual accident? That's what I was trying to...
But no, because it just happened in February. He physically assaulted her multiple times over a year and a half, causing injuries that included bleeding and bruising. So this isn't the best guy.
No.
He'll be playing in September for the Chiefs. You better believe that, boy. You better believe that.
So
They
this
don't
doesn't care about
domestic
that.
violence.
But this goes back to what we are talking
Or
about.
manslaughter with cars. They don't care about anything.
Right, they've let a lot of guys...
But gambling, that's a bridge too far.
Dog fighting, that's fine.
They've let a lot of guys suit up.
Right, dog fighting. Massages. I mean,
Michael Vick paid
air
a
quotes,
hefty
massages.
price. Yeah,
He did.
yeah. Mike Vick paid a hefty price.
That's for legitimate massages, Matt.
Yeah.
But gambling? Buddy.
Taboo
You're gonna sit a year.
and not to be accepted. All right, so
as they show commercial after commercial.
Exactly. That's what I want to understand.
It's
Listen,
casino after casino, sportsbook after sportsbook.
When you put the bait on the hook, do you blame the fish that got caught, or the bait or the hook?
That's why I said I feel sorry for Sorsby because he's a kid.
Look, just because, and we've gone down this road, okay?
22, getting
High
into
Tide,
23.
High Tide is texting right now, and he's naming all of them: DraftKings, FanDuel, Hard Rock, yada yada yada, BetMGM, all of them. Every network that carries these games, including the stations, and they like the big gambling, and that's just another advertiser that makes it all go. Does it mean that just by carrying those advertisements that they're all of a sudden hypnotizing players into the idea of gambling? No,
but if the NFL had any moral compass, they would say we don't accept ads from sports books.
Right,
but they
they'd
will
also
never do
say
that.
we don't let domestic abusers on the field too.
That's what I'm saying. They don't care.
Yeah, the NFL?
So
they're not in charge of the moral compass.
There's no such thing as
but the
morality
NFL
in the
could
NFL.
easily say,
yes, they could.
when we show our games, we don't have sports books involved.
They absolutely
Simple as that.
Yep.
And
but they will never do that.
And then they'd be giving up money.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Think about how long they did it without it. And then finally,
that's
when
what I'm saying. They could survive without it, guys. We saw it up until like 3 years ago.
The
Yeah,
way,
but then the salary cap wouldn't be $320-something million. It'd be like 180.
the way it changed was when legalized gambling became part of our world, and it was approved state to state. And then all of a sudden, there was enough of that was going on, and then the NFL says, "Oh man, here we come."
Well, if there wasn't a need for it, like if you and JJ of the worlds didn't weren't around, we wouldn't worry about gambling.
First of all, I don't even gamble legally, bro. How dare you bring me into this? I've been using an offshore bookie for years. Don't bring me into this.
Look at the look on Joe's face. Joe's like, what?
No, I have no problem.
Just threw you on the bus, Joe.
I've said it forever. There were bookies. I didn't want anyone to know what I was doing.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
I got to make sure that people know what I'm doing.
Who was your bookie? What was his name again?
There were several.
You had a nickname for him. Who was it?
I'm sure.
It was
I had
Captain.
a
Who
couple.
was it?
I'm not even bringing it up. I'm not even bringing Paulie. I'm not even bringing it up.
Dr. Odds.
So, but there were certain guys.
Dr. Odds. That's who it was.
Yeah, but one guy did end up on the front page of a paper. So
may or may not have ended up on the front page.
Anyway, we're not getting into that. So forever, this was untaxed, an untaxed industry.
Yes.
And then once you approved it, then the states get to collect taxes
Which is why
on
they
it,
approved
which
it.
is why they wanted it. And you can go down the line with marijuana.
Yes, it's just greed is all it is.
Pretty
It's the
soon
government
other
trying to
things-
get their fingers into the tax. pot.
So Lauren Brooks sent me something a couple minutes ago, very interesting. That I guess this story just went past me when it happened. But Butte, you remember him for LSU?
Yeah.
He was arrested in Baton Rouge in January in 2024 of charges of underage betting while at LSU. He placed more than 8,900 wagers in about a year span, including betting on at least 17 college football games, at least 6 of which involved LSU during that span. The NFL did not discipline him.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Now, you can go back and remember, I'd have to go back and look at the Jaden Daniels to Booty attempts. There were a lot of drops with Booty early in the year.
A ton.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of drops.
Don't kid
early.
yourself. A ton of drops.
He was supposed to be.
Remember, it was like, well, what's Brian Kelly doing? How come he's not,
Well,
he's struggling under Brian Kelly.
I had to counsel Big Vic through this whole thing because he couldn't believe just Booty could not catch anything.
Because wasn't it one season he came into the season like a potential first-round pick, right?
That year.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly's first year at LSU.
Wow. Yeah.
Dude, he was dropping everything thrown to him. The first game against Florida State, he must have had, like, how many drops in that game?
It was classic. I
But
just
did
remember.
he get suspended at LSU for this?
I think it was after he left they found out.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but I think that's what it was.
That is usually how it goes. That is usually how it unfolds.
Lauren Brooks, who, by the way, just a religious listener of
XLP.
Of XLP.
He's our biggest fan.
She'll check in.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Yeah, I know how awful it is to get injured, but not like my friend Tom who got rear-ended last year. Tom McMahon is here. Morgan & Morgan can help you. They're the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. 1,000 lawyers, 100 offices across the nation, and over $30 billion recovered. And guess what? They don't get a single penny unless you do. A proven track record with backup. Hard to find these days, but not with Morgan & Morgan. For the people, that's right. Get injured due to someone's neglect, get paid. Dial pound law or check out forthepeople.com.
It's Joe C. for Wingstop, and they just dropped the boneless meal deal for two. Love it. 20 boneless wings, choice of 4 flavors, large fry, 2 dips, and all for only $16.99. Now, this is for a limited time, but while you're crushing that deal, maybe watching World Cup, anything else that's going on, get in Club Wingstop, their loyalty program. This is a cool deal, 10 points for every single dollar you spend. You can sign up now at 1010xl.com/Wingstop. I'm locked in. You need to be too. Wingstop, baby. Get that deal and make sure you get in Club Wingstop.
If you own or manage a commercial property or HOA, one backup can quickly turn into a flooded parking lot and costly damage. Duck Rooter's VACCon team brings the equipment and experience to get the job done right. Right now, get $250 off VACCon service and make sure your storm drains are ready for heavy rain. Keep water moving where it should, away from your property.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
How wide is home plate in baseball?
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The home plate in baseball is a generous 17 inches wide, although most major league pitchers would think otherwise.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Zero Res wants to help you clean your home. Hicken here, big summer savings. Take 25% off all services except air duct cleaning. $5.99 per system for air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and ask for the 1010XL special.
I'm Rick Ballou. DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Florida. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in Florida, so whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you are in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Florida, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 1010XL, spend $5 and get $200 in total rewards. That's code 1010XL in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss, market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim issued in non-withdrawable. Predictions, dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th terms. DKNG.co/predictions promo.
Retired U.S. Navy Commander Chris Valdivia from American Roll-On Roll-Off Carrier. The hardest transition isn't deployment, it's coming home. Be part of the solution at ONU's Mission Possible Gala, October 17th at Sawgrass Marriott. For information and to register, go to onuvets.org. That's ONUVETS.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Songs with Daddy Gamblin' also very popular. I like the idea that on a Tuesday we're already starting to play some Papa songs. So for Father's Day.
All right, so Keishon Butte, by the way, it wasn't revealed till after he left LSU.
Right.
And he'd already been drafted.
He was with the Patriots.
Right. And then it was revealed. Correct.
It's funny. If you just want to go right down the line, you did X, and what's your penalty? And since he was already in the league, and it happened how long before that? 2 years before that, Matt? Or
it happened a year before that.
The year.
Started in 2022 through 2023.
Okay. And they didn't sanction him or penalize him nearly as much as they might be able to do to Brendan Sorsby, because Sorsby is coming into their league with them having the knowledge he did all this.
Right. Although my guess is there are many LSU fans on that night in Bourbon Street when Florida State won that game in 23 thought he was on the take.
Mm-hmm.
Many.
Oh, he dropped a lot of balls.
Many.
It was driving.
I think he dropped a punt. Neighbors dropped the punt, but he dropped a lot of balls in that game, man.
He was driving Big Vic crazy. I had to cancel him. I said, or counsel him. I'm like, let's just pour another brown. All right. Let's just get through this thing together. I'm just trying to help him. But there they were. Because Brian Kelly, you think he needed that?
No.
No. You think he did not want that going down.
No.
So anyway, that's where we are.
Did not need that. No.
So that's where we are with Sorsby. And we just go back to the sheer reality, whatever the sanction's going to be. Matt, you think he could be sitting out for an entire year? I don't think it's going to be that much.
I don't think it's going to be that much, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
I think
not at all.
We've seen a lot of them around that 4 and 6 game suspension number. If it's a number of different things, it seems to fall under that. If you domestic violence, if you have a DUI, whatever it might be, and in the accident that Raishi had above and beyond the domestic violence issue, I think they both carried suspension.
Well, here's the thing you got to ask yourself. Once you figure out he gets suspended 4, 6, 8, whatever games,
right,
and you pick him in the supplemental draft, I mean, he's a roster spot, bro. I mean, what do you do with him?
Important one, yeah.
I mean, what do you do with him? Do you put him on a?
I guess if you did put him on the commissioner's list, he does not count against a roster spot. Okay. But at the same time, that would be the commissioner doing that, not the team doing that.
Yeah.
And so
if you put him on the practice squad,
you could do that.
Then I mean, you're pushing the guy out that you probably want to need developed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that factors in.
Yeah,
someone's getting suspended.
I don't think that he's an untouchable by any stretch of the imagination, because just the way the NFL operates, if he can throw that out route with velocity and do the things that they want quarterbacks to do, there will be a team that's going to go and fight.
NFL's a forgiving league.
Is it a 3rd rounder, 4th rounder, 5th rounder, 6th rounder? Where do you think it falls?
I think he goes 6. I think he's a 6th round pick. I mean, anything higher than that, you're crazy. I would think. Even though he has arm talent.
I would always argue 3rd round is where you take risk. Beyond 3rd and beyond is where you take risk. And that if you have egg on your face afterwards, at least you didn't give up a 1st or 2nd round pick. Now this is different because it's gambling versus.
But you got to take into effect his mental. His mental. Where is he focused on?
Like his mental makeup.
His aptitude mentally. I mean, because he's been in court, he's been in hearings, he's been in all these different things. I mean, when has he had time to think ball? When has he trained? When has he done? Now, I'm only speculating, but I'm saying all those things got to factor in if you're going to take a kid somewhere in the top 3 rounds.
So he certainly hasn't had the smoothest off season.
Exactly.
He hasn't, but I'm going to disagree, Lane. I think someone's going to take him. I think someone's going to use as high as like a 3rd round pick for him. No doubt. He's got talent. He's got talent. He's an athletic guy too. He can run. I think someone will use like a 3rd round run. I might be wrong, but I think he's a guy that, but for these issues, had he come out this year, he probably would have been a 1st round pick.
Well, the question was asked, and it's one of those fun ones
I don't think
to
probably.
do.
I think he definitely would have been a first-round pick.
Well, the question was asked, would he have gone higher than Ty Simpson?
Yes.
Would he have been graded higher than Ty Simpson?
He has better tape than Ty Simpson.
Would the LA Rams have selected him in the top half of the draft as opposed to the Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback? I don't know.
Would Cincinnati still have dropped dime then? Had he left for the NFL? Because you know Cincinnati, you know they're at the bottom of this.
You know what now?
You know Cincinnati's at the bottom of this mess.
Well, they definitely feel like they got hosed. They're the ones
And
who
they
were,
knew he was gambling back in last August.
right. They got hosed because he left for greener pastures by getting the payday to go down to Texas Tech. And he looked around and said, Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, can get me in a better position than the Bearcats in 2026, and that's why he made.
I understand all that.
Okay,
You don't gamble since 2022, and then magically in 2026, here we are. Oh, he gambled.
I agree. So what you're suggesting, and what I agree with, is that they had knowledge of it before he ever left, and while he was playing for them. You can't make 9,000 bets and then all of a sudden quit betting.
They did have knowledge back. They admitted it in August. They knew.
But how long before that did they know?
Well, they knew in August, and he still played for them. They still allowed him to play for them.
Exactly.
Which is kind of my thing. Is they say they didn't know he was betting on football games, or had bet on the Indiana games.
Mm-hmm.
That he was just gambling.
Yeah.
On the on the phone on the apps.
All right. That's just convenient. is what
Right.
that is.
My whole thing is someone dropped dime in that kid, and it's clear who did.
Mm-hmm. The Bearcats.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep it going. You guys chime in 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Spoke with Eric Murray. Let's say hear the conversation that I had with him yesterday as one of the starting safeties, and I believe one of the key pieces on the defensive side of the football for your Jaguars. That's coming up.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. Good friends, great sports talk, and summer on the First Coast. 1010XL.
Attention golfers. The all-new Back 9 Golf Lakewood is now open with free-hour demos, discounts on founding memberships, 24-hour access, and you can even bring your own food and drinks. University in San Jose. Back 9 Golf Lakewood.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for big number one Duval Ford. If you run a fleet in Jacksonville, you know time off the road costs money. That's why Duval Ford's fleet mobile service is a game changer. Duval Ford comes to you, job sites, depots, wherever your trucks are. You don't have to lose hours driving to a shop or waiting in line. From basic maintenance to light repairs, Duval Ford technicians keep your fleet moving. It's fast, convenient, and built for commercial uptime. Big number one Duval Ford mobile service. Wherever you need them, they'll come to you.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, you playing poker tonight?
Only if it's at Best Bet.
Cash games or tournament?
Why not both?
I heard the action has been crazy lately.
Well, there's great games, fun crowd, drinks flowing. It's the best poker in town.
All right, text the group. We're all in.
Your game starts at Best Bet. Whether you're chasing the final table or out for just a fun night, Best Bet is your place for poker, food, drinks, and nonstop action. With 3 area locations, there's a Best Bet near you. Details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
When you head out for a night with friends or going to the big game, don't forget the best game plan to win the night is to designate a driver and guarantee a safe ride home. Hydrating between buds is the best play you can make. Bud Light, reminding all to drink wiser.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World,
simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man.
We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
JJ just kicking out all those sentimental.
This is a sad one.
Sappy pop songs. When you sit there and you feel guilty, you ain't called Pops in a while.
Right.
So it's a great song. Harry Chapin, way back when. But with that in mind, call Pops. Make sure you say hey. And we will have a giveaway for Pops coming up in just a second.
And for Pops, go to that game.
Yeah.
You know, maybe take off work a little early.
Exactly. Something like that
Go
would
watch
work.
Little Tiger play.
Yeah. So that would work in getting 3 generations involved. That would be awesome. All right.
Oh, God.
So let's get to Eric Murray. And then honestly, I looked at Leon right before we were coming back. This dude could be, if he stays healthy, as impactful as a guy on the defensive side of the ball running the show from the back line at the safety position.
Now, Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors takes you in the locker room.
We're with Eric Murray on XL Primetime. Joe C. talking to one of the starting safeties of your Jacksonville Jaguars, coming off injury last year. You played a dozen games. You fought through that neck injury. How you feeling right now?
I feel great. I'm not hitting anybody right now, so we'll see, when that time comes, but I feel great.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of hitting in terms of having the pads on, but there's a lot of hand fighting going on with the secondary and the wide receivers. Kind of take us through that and what Anthony Campanile and you guys are working on.
He emphasizes hands. Hands is, as a defender, that's your number one protector, and that's your number one destructor, right? So every time you come into contact with somebody, let the hands go, let them go earlier than what you think, and that's a hallmark of good defense is hand use.
You're a proven leader. You've had a lot of years in the league. Liam Cohen was bragging on you the other day, just talking about the way you play the game. What does that mean when you hear your head coach step up like that?
It just made me feel good. Like, when I grew up, I was an old football fan. So, just seeing old safeties like Brian Dawkins and Ed Reeves and all those guys, like, I guess Ed Reeves was seen as more of a finesse player, but he was a very physical player. And you just want to bring a very physical brand of football to the game, and that's how I play, and that's, what I want to show.
We're talking with Eric Murray, starting safety for your Jaguars, and Brian Dawkins is Duval grown. Do you ever interact with him? He's a Hall of Famer. He's the guy who played his tail off for a lot of years.
I've never interacted with him, just from afar, just being a fan, but I look forward to it one day.
Yeah, so the way Liam describes it is that obviously the starting safeties have a different skill set, but you are asked to come up and be physical. And so that's a part of your game still. You can drop in coverage and make things happen. So starting safeties collectively, what do you guys want to get done this year?
Just being able to exhibit those different skill sets and different coverages. Like, we play like a variety of coverages, right? So your technique might call for something else in a different coverage. So being able to master every technique and then show it when the time comes.
When you look at the passing game now, there's more of a dime and nickel situation, and linebackers are walking off the field. You guys are walking on the field, so we might see 3 safeties a bunch.
Yeah, I think that just speaks to the the versatility in the room. the size that we have in the room and the smarts that we have in the room. So, it's not a knock on any linebacker or anything like that. I think the DBs, we just got a little bit more to us.
Yeah, it kind of goes to the other side. When they drafted a couple of tight ends, they want to go 13 personnel, which means they got to ask safeties maybe to step up and do some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the offenses are moving into more of those like utility type positions, so you kind of need the versatility to match that.
All right, now have you been called a good luck charm? Is Eric Murray a good luck charm? Because he has now been part of the last 3 AFC South champions, okay? Couple in Houston, one in Jacksonville, so you got to keep that thing going.
Yeah, got to keep it going. I mean, if that's, that's what the crown they want to give me, I'll happily wear that one. So.
When you think about the moving from the AFC South, the Houston Texans to here, what is different in your mind, the way this whole thing has come together?
I wouldn't say much is different. I would say the connection was different. When I left Houston, I had a connection with those people there, and then I think when I got here, we performed it pretty fast. And I think fans don't normally see that, but I think you can feel that now just being around the team, and everybody's closer, so that helps you just play better.
There's a lot of newness here on the defensive side. Obviously, what you guys were able to do last year, 3 dozen takeaways, and this fan base, kind of going back to what you were just saying about them, they didn't have a whole lot of good defense. So you guys got to, what's the discussion been like to back that up?
Just doing the same things that we've been doing. We talk about it all the time, being ball aware, and just talking about that awareness of the ball and where it is. That's how you create takeaways. It seemed like a simple thing, but it's true.
What do you think about Trevor and this offense going against them, and what you think the potential is?
Trevor's always been sharp. I think, some of the downfield passes that they've been adding, it'll definitely add some complexity to the offense. He's always been very precise, but, giving the defense that threat, like, we will get behind you, it's a different thing.
All right, couple more days and then a little break. What are you going to do?
Probably go to Costa Rica for a few days. Kick my feet up for like 3-4 days, and then just train, take care of the kids.
All right, Eric Murray, best of luck, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, bro. That's not bad.
Where did we say you were going, or you had everybody convinced you were leaving? And where was that? Was it Costa Rica?
It might have been Costa Rica. Yeah, I was going to retire.
Was it JJ?
I think it was the April Fool's trip.
Yeah, just gonna walk off into the wilderness.
Yeah, man,
awesome.
I was going to have, I had purchased me a cigar lounge, and
I think it was Costa Rica.
Yeah, it was Costa Rica.
Yeah, you bought a cigar
The text
bar.
line was panicking, man.
Hey, that's the dream. Don't hate on
Hey,
the dream.
did you buy it in either Cape or Casa or Costa Verde? Is that where you bought it?
Cape Verde.
Cape, Costa.
It's Capo. It's Capo
Verde.
Capo Verde. Huh? That's what the people call it.
All right.
Capo Verde.
You got
call
some
it Capo? The locals call it Capo Verde?
Capo Verde, bro.
you got some thoughts on Capo coming up in just a little bit that we will get to.
The locals.
But real quick, because we got to give away.
Leon's the biggest Capo Verde fan I know.
I am now. Yes, absolutely.
After yesterday.
We got a Father's Day giveaway in a second, but just real quick on Eric Murray.
He plays with an old soul. He's a field general. He's a thumper and he's a playmaker. I mean, when he mentioned Brian Dawkins and Ed Reed, Ed Reed's not finesse, by the way.
Yeah.
But, I like the fact that he's taking in on his role as a leadership on this team, man. That's what we need.
He, like I said, if he had not gotten hurt, I feel like he would have had himself a season. Both he and Jordan Lewis, instant impact from a veteran player and experienced point of view on that side of the ball, and it should not be lost on anybody. If both of these cats come back healthy, they will be impactful. That's for sure. All right, Gerald Ingram, let's see what he has to say about those and others with the OTAs and minicamp will be coming up. But right now, JJ, hook them up.
Yes, another great gift for the dads out there. So I have free admission pass to Battalion Airsoft Arena, and up to $100 floral gift arrangement from Kuhn Flowers. This part of the 1010XL Father's Day gift guide. Visit 1010XL.com for more great gift ideas. And all the winners will be entered in for a chance to win $500 from Beard's Diamonds. So be caller number 4 right now at 641-1010, and I'll hook your dad up.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Elite service for elite companies. Let's open 1010XL's vault of sports memories.
Tebow straight ahead into the end zone, and the Gators have put this one on ice.
Collecting memories every day. Jacksonville Sports Radio, 1010XL.
Did you know that Kuhn Flowers showrooms are filled with gift ideas for the ones you love? This is Frank Frangie. Kuhn Flowers has been a staple here in Jacksonville for over 75 years. KuhnFlowers.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
If you missed it, get it on demand.
And you send those out on the line.
Find your 1010XL favorites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com. Channel 5. Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho, you think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí.
Can I just say, you're my favorite player, ever.
Bet all of soccer's biggest matches this summer on Hard Rock Bet. And keep your cool in case you run into Ronaldinho. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. If you love your dad or husband, but their garage is a mess, I've got good news for you. Closets by Design's Father's Day sale is here. Imagine custom cabinets for tools and beach gear, storage walls that actually organize the chaos, and durable new garage flooring that makes the whole space feel brand new. It's the perfect gift for just about any dad. Right now, get 40% off plus an extra 15% off plus free installation. Stop by their showroom on Phillips Highway to see the possibilities for yourself. We're online, closetsbydesign.com.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about not being afraid of the crosses of life. Life can be difficult. Maybe today you're carrying a cross of worry or stress. Let me encourage you to remember that when Christ got on the big cross at Golgotha, he destroyed all the little crosses that we face in our life. He set us free from fear, worry, and anxiety. Our job is not to be carried by the cross, but to be carried by our faith.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods, and I'm proud to say that Underwoods is the longest-standing member of the American Gem Society in the state of Florida. That's important because the American Gem Society promotes professionalism inside the business, and most important because of how it protects the customer. Gemstones are like most things, and you have to have the knowledge about them before you can tell the truth about them. That's where the American Gem Society fits in. They're the organization that certifies gemologists and registered jewelers and certifies sales associates with professional titles. Then to ensure that we stay up to date with these gemological advances, we re-win our titles by passing a written test every year. And now I'm proud to say Underwoods has the largest credentialed American Gem Society staff east of the Mississippi River. So if you're interested in diamonds and jewelry and want real professional help, stop by Underwoods.
Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, and at the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Southwest Greens is the OG of artificial turf in North Florida. Stop mowing and start chipping or putting or just relaxing with a beautiful backyard, maintenance free. Log on to southwestgreensofjacksonville.com to see what they can do to your backyard.
In the fight against Alzheimer's, now is the moment we've been waiting for. With new treatments emerging in the fight against Alzheimer's and dementia, now is the time for hope and action. Held in over 600 communities nationwide, the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's is the world's largest fundraiser for care, support, and research to fight the disease. So get out, get moving, and join the Walk to End Alzheimer's, November 7th, downtown Jacksonville. Join the movement at alz.org/Jacksonville.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Baker Glass. It has been announced that the introductory press conference featuring new Orlando Magic head coach Sean Sweeney will take place on Thursday at 1 p.m. The Magic did name the former Spurs associate head coach as their franchise's head coach, the 16th in their history. 88 degrees at 1 o'clock, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
We got some big cats to talk about with the running backs coach that has won Super Bowls and his
coaching career, Gerald Ingram. He coached here under TC and then went up to New York and coached a couple of winning Super Bowls for the New York Football Giants. And we're going to talk some Jaguar ball with Coach Ingram, Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, and JJ. Coach, welcome in. How you doing, buddy?
Always great. It's a great day today.
It's good to see you. And I know that you, as long as you've got your depth chart over there, you can see the highlighters that he has in terms of some positives and some negs as far as where he's moving guys around. But right there in the break, instead of talking about big cats, big Sirs, we were talking about who let the dogs out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Has been singing it, I guess, the entire.
You win a championship, you get to sing whatever the hell you want to sing.
You do.
So,
there's nothing like it. It's I've always said
Did you have a song
when you win in New York, everybody's a bandwagoner.
That's true.
And they come out from the rafters. You see all those people?
Oh my gosh.
That's how it was for the Super Bowl. There's nothing like
Those people haven't watched a Knick game in their life.
Constantly.
Well,
I know what Brown is feeling right now.
Yeah.
Coach, I guarantee you there was people that paid for y'all meals at least for 6 months while you were there.
Oh, they pay for watches. They pay for meals. It's amazing the things people just give you out of appreciation. It's like, you know, the song New York. It's such a beautiful song in New York. You make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
They take it big.
Wow.
Well, there hadn't been a whole lot of championships won in New York really between now and when you guys were winning, if you think about it.
Been a while.
If you go back to 7 and 12, was it 7 and 12 or 7 and 11?
Yeah.
When you guys won. So, yeah.
But it doesn't matter. The thing about New York is it doesn't matter if it's hockey, football, basketball, whatever. Whatever wins in New York becomes bigger than big than anywhere else because it's the mecca of everything, to be honest. You know, you go to a meeting, you go to a press conference, you got everybody in the world there going to New York. And the worst thing, what they could have helped themselves with, if they would have put a dome over that stadium, you could have had Olympics, you could have had boxing events, you could have had everything. But it was just going to cost too much to put a dome over it at that time.
Yeah.
All right. So OTAs and minicamp, at least for us, all in the books. They had one more today and one more tomorrow, and then they're gone for a handful of weeks. So big picture it before we start to drill down on some of the positions. What did you think when you look at, because we've been out there, 3-4 weeks?
Yeah, we've been out there for a while. But the thing is, it's kind of like, those who've been through it, spring ball is an interesting thing. When I was in college and coaching college, I get tired of spring ball and it's time to pad up and hit somebody in the mouth. And you can at least, in college, you literally could do that.
Yeah.
Back then, the NFL, you can't do that. So you kind of get tired of just, pass and tap and going through little drills here and there. But they look like a very good team. They look like a well-coached team. And I think Liam's done a great job at doing those kind of things. He's moved the field. He's done some situation football. He's evaluated the personnel, and that's what you have to do. You go through the draft. During that period of preparing for the draft, you're also cleaning up, the things that you had to clean up from the previous season. You're getting the right personnel and the players, and now you had to research everything. You couldn't show everything you need to show. Okay. All right. But they're doing it under the wraps. That's what we did. Okay. We had our plays. We had our research ideas, where we were going to grow, where we're going to get better schematically and do those kind of things. We don't see those things. We're not going to see those things from a coaching standpoint. But the player development, the cleaning up of the dirty little things, the little things that they worked on, we saw in practice. A smoother, cleaning, more,
operationally sound
team.
So
and they
underrated.
look like a good team.
Yeah.
That's how I came out, feeling like this. And can they get the personnel groups right where they want to be? Who are going to be the playmakers? They have their list of playmakers and potential playmakers on offense. Now you got to develop the plays that fit the playmakers in situations. First and second down run. Who's going to be the runners? Well, when we put these pads on, there's two groups of people that really got to prove themselves. Okay? Actually, probably three. And we're looking at the running backs are going to have to compete and fight and see what's going to happen, especially when you get into the game situations. But, the offensive line is going to be a mix. We said that's not going to be over, but that's going to be a more important type thing.
Yeah.
Okay? The deep ball we saw, and that was great to see. The development of the quarterback timing, our big guy BTJ, some other guys developing, people competing. We go to camp, one-on-one is going to be the most important thing you can do. Compete. Because with all the restraints that you have with time and everything else, it's not like when Leon and I were there, heat and tiredness, make cowards of men. They'll never face cowardness. Yeah. Okay. So they got to make decisions, and they got to make quick decisions. And then you're going to get only so many preseason games and plays that you play. And then you got to go. But you got to get your schematics and those kind of things together. But there's so more refined right now to moving on, which is great to see. They look like a good coach team.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Coach? When I was out there, I remember Hacker running up on me and saying, Leon, as a veteran, he said, how would you approach this type of practice, being in shorts and in shirts and everything? And I say, you know what, Hack, it would be tedious for me as a veteran having to go through this. But but I would not want to miss an opportunity to refine and polish my technique and my fundamentals. I know we're not going, because I love collisions.
Right.
Okay. All right. I love collisions. All right. So I knew that when we had shirts and shoulder pads, shirts and shorts, that the defense was going to be super active and grab and pull and all that kind of crap that they do. And I knew that when I put on pads, that I would kindly
return that
favor.
Exactly.
And it's different because we all knew those guys that were technically sound and articulately smart. But as soon as that son gun got hit in the jaw, you're like, what happened to that? Where'd he go? That guy just disappeared real quick. So, it looked like Amazon, Tarzan play like Jane real quick.
Yeah.
And that's what you're looking for as a coach.
So you agree the defense may get their shots off, but what I appreciated, Coach, was I like the hand fighting. I like the fact that there aren't pads and they're still trying to knock each other around a little bit, even in the run game.
No, they're playing safe football right now. And, there are a lot of things the defense will do that they can't help themselves with. Because they do use their hands, and they'll press the envelope in situations,
right.
Until you come off the ball. But they're playing good sound, but we haven't seen enough one-on-ones yet. We have the one-on-ones versus receivers and DBs. We've seen some press coverage, deep routes, and those kind of things. This is good. But when we actually see the one-on-ones, and guys competing, for who they are, the honor and all those the pride on the line, it gets a little hairy out there, and we're going to see, because now you see the extra stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? And we don't want to see the stupid stuff during the season. Yeah, it's great to use your hands, but guys, serious. You either covered the guy, you didn't.
Right.
It's an ongoing thing as a coach, and say, hey, play with your feet, play with your hands. We know that you have him covered or not. But if you don't learn how to use your hands properly, we're going to get flagged a lot. Okay, so you still have to discipline those kind of things on that side of the ball.
Right.
Okay, so that's where Leon also is saying when you have to deal with the long practices, the heat, and all of those kind of things that these guys don't have to deal with, those issues come up in August. And they come up in September, because the difference between back in the day, you conditioned to play for the season in camp.
Yeah,
there
totally
is none of that anymore. You got to fight through 3 games of a 19-play series that you never got in practice, you never got in preseason games. So you're still conditioning in 2 to 3 games to be a better team. If you can get by your first 5 and not get and be injury-free and develop, that's what you got to gauge off. Kind of like last year, we saw the quarterback grow and grow up
exponentially
as the season went on.
Yeah.
Everybody is gearing themselves through the body, through the mind, through all those challenges that you don't get in those old day camps.
All right, that dovetails perfectly into this question then. As a coach, Gerald, how do you explain to the rookies, bro, we haven't even put the pads on yet. It's going to get real here in about a month.
Because what happens is you're challenging these young guys on the mental. And there's so many, and all you can do is walkthroughs. Walkthroughs become so important. Mental walkthroughs, actual walkthroughs, you can't walk through enough. Okay? Now, we see what we see, but we don't see when you have these indoor facilities. I don't care if it's college, NFL, Trevor taking these guys out there, him taking the rookies out there, taking whoever out there. There's leadership roles that are going on that the coaches don't know about.
Which is what we've talked about with Big Surs, that you see accountability inside that locker room. So save that. We need to bring that up coming up here in just a second. We got Coach Gerald Ingram with us. We will do both sides of the ball with both Coach Ingram and Coach Duffner on our social channels right around 2 o'clock. If you have questions, you can shoot them to us on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Because radio is supposed to be fun.
Feels kind of like the first day of spring training for Little League here.
1010 XL.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Hey, it's Joe C. Wingstop just dropped the boneless meal deal for two. 20 boneless wings, choice of 4 flavors, a large fry, and 2 dips. All for only $16.99. Limited time. And while you're crushing that deal, get in the Club Wingstop loyalty program. 10 points for every single dollar you spend. Sign up now at 1010xl.com/Wingstop. I'm locked in. You need to be too. Wingstop, baby. Get the deal and get in the club. Bonus meal deal for 2 and Club Wingstop. Limited time only at Wingstop.
Throw your rifle and rod in the truck every Saturday morning.
This could be really special.
Go hunting and fishing with Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Favor, and Captain Kirk Walls on the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Saturday mornings from 7 to 10 on 1010 XL.
Frank Frangie here with Coach Delaney from Coyle Fencing. For years, your offenses have been putting up a lot of yards and points at Fletcher. I hear Coyle also gains a lot of yards in the fence world.
Yes, Frank. Coyle Fencing has been serving the Jacksonville community and general contractors for 99 years. We fence tens of thousands of commercial and residential yards, all while maintaining an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau.
99 years?
That's right. Some might call it a dynasty.
To schedule your appointment, visit CoyleJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning, then deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out of pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Guggen Tickin here, and it's June. Yeah, summertime. Not only are the kids out of school, but it also is Men's Health Awareness Month. Did you know the largest organ on your body is your skin? That's right. And with this summertime sunshine state heat, got to protect that skin, folks. It's more important than you think. I've been seeing my docs at Beaches Dermatology for years, and my skin thanks me for it. It doesn't take long, but it's a must. Book your appointment today, like right now, online at beachesdermatology.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
We were laughing watching earlier when Mike Brown broke out, Who Let the Dogs Out, on Jimmy Fallon last night. Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns their heads just fell. They
looked at him like remember everybody got that crazy uncle that be at the barbecue. He's like, oh, God,
he's doing it again.
That's what he acting like right now.
And Jalen said, we have got to stop this at some point. But
why do I love it?
Exactly.
I love it.
As Coach Ingram said,
he deserves all that, man. All the grief he's taken his entire career.
He just got the ring.
I loved it when he first said it 2 times, but after the game, he said it about 9 times. I was like, all right, when's you gonna cut it off? The kids are like embarrassed, kind of like the little kids. It's like, Dad, can you stop?
Dad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Gerald Ingram hanging out with us, former running backs coach right here in good old Duval and on to New York with TC. So if you got a question, you can fire it his way. We will also include it on our Both Sides of the Ball podcast coming up in just a little bit. Hit it 641-1010. So Big Sirs, right before the break, we were talking about it. I think a Coach Ingram position group like seeing guys like you do your work afterwards as teammates coming together.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, Coach. You remember us back in the day. No one had to tell us to get extra reps after practice. No. We had enough leadership on that team to know that if we struggled with anything, we worked on it after practice, even after conditioning and all the stuff that we went through. But when you got a team like that, that's, I don't want to say police, but self-policed, so to say, that they take care of what they need to take care of. I think you got something in the team when you got players that act like that.
Oh, I think the years that we have won, we saw the accountability of everyone taking upon themselves, and that's why it always feels so special. And you guys are so special to us because you're an extension of what we always dreamed of, that guys would take it upon themselves because you only have enough time. And I like some of the things I saw out of Hines Allen. I think he's a good leader for these guys. And I saw some good things with groups trying to do things after practice and doing the extra. I saw the quarterback and Parker Washington and BTJ throwing some deep balls, making sure they connected, not overthrowing the ball, not underthrowing the ball. Because the first practice, OTAs, there were some underthrown balls that could have been intercepted by the safeties, and they chose not to run into the receiver. And, Jimmy Smith and I were standing there, and, when you have a great one like Jimmy Smith, and we talked about 6'2" read, even though we had Keenan McCardle, and that's the progression of the route where Keenan was to the trip side. But to the Jimmy side, single receiver side, Denver and Buffalo, they had never played press. Hardly at all. And then the one time in both of those games, they played press, and Jimmy took off, and we saw the ball go sailing in the air. We're like, he'll never run underneath that ball. And Jimmy hit another gear. Yeah. And we're both standing on the sideline and said, let that dog hunt. Make him run underneath that ball. See if he can go get it. Don't underthrow it, but see if he can go get it. Yeah. And I thought I saw that in the next couple practices we were out there. True. And the one next to us down the sideline, on the right sideline, the BTJ made that catch. He went and got it, and we didn't see that a year ago out of that kid.
No.
So there's been some progress and some confidence being made out there.
That's one of the biggest questions, I guess, from the past game last year was the lack of the deep ball. So Liam Cohen talked about they had to recognize the stink. If you're looking at what we've seen now at minicamp and OTAs, what's the stink that's still there right now?
Well,
or is there?
Well, it's hard to tell until you actually put pads on and hit somebody.
Right.
You know, because you don't know who's going to win on the double teams, who's going to win on the man situations. You know, they're coming off the ball, but there's, you know, it's reserved. You're not trying to, you know, it's reserved. You know, it's technique.
Right.
You expect the 3 technique to work up the field. You expect you know, 3 technique to work a double team. You're expecting your guard and centers working together as their footwork in position. Their hat and their hands in position. But that actual blow delivery that Leon would hit you, you're not doing that with, you know, Leon's not doing full tilt like he's going to box until you put that real pad on.
No, but that's probably not happening now with
That's
the pads
the reality,
anyway.
especially for a rookie D tackle to have to face that hit. He said, "Oh, jeez, I didn't feel that in college. I ain't never faced anybody who did something like that." And then he turns to coach, what do you want me to do against that?
That kind of goes to my last question.
That happens.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are X's O's that we do, and then there's certain things where the veterans will come in and say, or the position coach has been around long enough to say, this is how you handle that.
Yeah, because when we're in pajamas, coach, and you know, I can't really thud you. I keep receipts when we put the pads on. I do.
That kind of
as you should.
That's
Well,
kind
you
of about what I
remember
asked you.
back
Like, how do you tell those guys?
Back in the day, that first day of pads, because we're, you know, a couple of days we're in shorts, but that first day of pads that was a big day.
Because you know why, Coach? Because what they did is we emphasized before we even, because we had inside run, middle drill, and blitz drill. Okay, all physical drills where you can't go outside the cones. But before we even got to those drills, we had shoots, we had 2-man sled, we had push and pull, we had get offs, we had pull drills. So all that stuff was emphasizing us getting after it. So when we got to the drill, inside run. Oh, we're ready.
Oh, we ready.
We're not doing none of that.
Oh, we ready. The linebackers ready. They couldn't wait for you know, they want to hit too.
Yeah.
Okay. They want to hit. They can't wait to thud and hit. You know, there's no thud. You couldn't tell the difference. Okay.
True.
It's scrimmage on feet. And what we were seeing a year ago, last year, you know, and it had been a while since I had been to practice, and I'm like, really? I said, that's how we practice. We practiced and hit harder during the season than I saw in camp. I had to adjust to that.
Yeah.
And still stayed on your feet. It was all out collision now.
Yeah.
And you talked to those Pittsburgh guys, and you were there. You scrimmage on a Friday.
Yeah.
On goal line.
Full pad Friday, as you said.
Full pad Fridays.
Yeah.
But Tom was full pad Fridays during the season.
Yeah.
For goal line.
All right. So who stuck out, Coach, when you – all right, let's just at least start with 2 or 3 position groups that you mentioned. The offensive line. We don't know what's going to happen with the left tackle. Everyone's waiting to see what Cole Van Lanen, injury-wise or health-wise, where he's at once we get to training camp. Grade that offensive line, at least what you saw.
Well, I think, you know, I in my mind, they have to move somebody over.
Okay. So we were talking yesterday about Anton Harrison. Matt brought it up that Liam, he basically said we are going to cross-train and look at different guys in different spots. Right. And he basically said we're going to hold that for training camp. So do you think, Anton, they have to take a look or will take a look?
I think it's already been talked to.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because like we said, we're only seeing so many.
You know, they've already done some of this already.
Right.
But they've already talked to. And, you know, and I was just with Tilsky this past weekend. We talked about, you know, we did this stuff way back when, because you just slide a guy over and you know, you get a better opportunity because it's about winning games. You're gonna put your best players in the right position.
Cross train and be ready.
If that guy, if he's the best left tackle to play, he's gonna move over. This person's gonna move here. This guy's gonna move here, and we're gonna just go on with it. Now, I wouldn't count the other guy being ready until he's ready.
Sure.
So he's not on this sheet. You're not, you know, that's a plus because you're trying to get him to the point of that first game, percentage-wise. What is percentage of his health and getting through the short length of camp that they do have as healthy as can? Him and Hunter.
So, Coach, so you would start the season with Anton Harrison at left tackle, Walker Little at right, and then when Van Lanen gets healthy, do you move him back to left and Anton back to right, or do you just keep Anton at left and move him back to right? What would you be your best alternative?
In my mind, if he was absolutely healthy Anton goes back to right. You know who your left is.
Okay.
And you put the other guy as a guard.
Okay.
Because he plays fairly well in the box. I don't know if he has the brave heart that we question.
It's a good way to put it.
On an island. Because if you question yourself, you know as well as anybody, Leon, if you start questioning yourself, now, best thing is that he don't have to do big boy against Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
against Myles Garrett, right?
Ooh, he don't have.
I mean, still dealing with Jared Verse. He's a pretty good player.
Yeah. Oh, he's still. I mean, but still,
one guy is.
But who
Yeah,
are your
of course.
who are your best centered players? And you already know he can play guard, and he's got good arm length and and strength, and he showed he can handle those big guys and in between. So you pigeon him in a box, he'd look like a better player.
Yeah.
But if you question his ability, you don't really. I mean, we saw things where like you're not competing, son. Okay, you're not really quite sure how to handle certain.
Well, Coach, I just think he's not violent enough when out there in that space. That's not for the weak or the weary.
I also don't know that he's really proven himself inside either, has he?
Well, he did better this last go around as opposed to the time before, because the time before didn't last very long at all.
I thought he got his confidence back.
Yeah,
he was more of like stalemate this time around.
Yeah,
he wasn't losing, but it was more stalemate.
He doesn't have to worry about how are my pass sets. Am I overstep my pass set? Am I understep my pass set?
That's true.
This guy could do this guy to that. I'm pinned in there with another guy.
Yeah, and he did fare better. And it was a passing grade, not much of a passing grade, but still, you compare.
But is he an upgrade from Cleveland or Milam?
Well, the
or
only reason.
Well, they got an issue in itself because someone is going to be a tradable guy.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You want to be in a position that you can get something for somebody because there's going to be somebody who needs an offensive lineman.
If Van Land's healthy.
If he's healthy.
Right.
Because you got a bunch of guards right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're overloaded.
It is kind of funny when you think about it. You start adding them up, and you've drafted tackles that are projecting as guards, Wyatt Milam being the biggest of them, and you're going to find out. Walker Little was a tackle that may project as a backup guard. Pat McCary, they have to keep him roster-wise because of the salary he carries this year.
Yes.
Doesn't mean he couldn't be traded.
But if Van Land's healthy and you do trade Walker Little, Milam becomes your swing tackle.
Yeah.
Then that's probably what happens.
Yeah. Unless he's cross-trained to step in at guard, and then you maybe start looking with another guy as a swing tackle. He becomes a starter.
As Leon always says, you got to keep your most aggressive players and your fighters on your team as an offensive lineman. Who are your fighters, and you go from there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got to prod somebody, you got a problem.
Yeah.
That's what you've been saying all along.
Yeah. You want your most violent five out there on the field. Now, if you got to work on technique and fundamentals. You got to be able to have controlled aggressiveness when it comes to not missing on guys and whiffing on guys because you're trying to be. But if you got guys up front who get after it pretty good, you got you a pretty solid offensive line.
I'd rather have a more confident guy out there than a guy who's going to question himself.
Yeah. Yeah, no place for
it's
that.
tough. It's a tough sport.
Scared go to church. Scared go to church.
You can talk about a lot of positions. The offensive line, they're out there all the time, every play, every situation, fighting and battling in the run and the pass game, and probably don't get as much due as they should. They really deserve a lot more. There's one position I'm not going to talk about. It's the most overpaid position in the whole NFL. You have a handful of guys that can play one position, but they make the most amount of money, no matter if they're good or not. But an old lineman's got to play every down. But that's the system in itself.
Yeah.
That's just the way the system is. You want to pay a guy before he even touches the field? That's just the name of that position. And I'm not going to talk about what it is.
It's QB envy is what it is.
Might be a little bit. I like the way Coach talks.
I love it. So let's keep it going with that, and then maybe hit a couple of other groups that impressed you, Coach, coming up here when we're done, before we are done, because those are the ones that I think Jaguar fans are looking forward to seeing what that receiving core can do. You mentioned the cornerbacks and the safety, so we'll get into that before we are done with Coach Gerald Ingram hanging out with us on XLP.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford. Hear Jacksonville's own Hall of Famers weekday mornings.
You're pretty cocky.
Dan Hicken.
No, just pretty capable.
The Drill.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, even I would either, but this is a business. You have to bring in new accounts here.
On 1010XL.
Just watch me.
You trusted a medical professional with your care. When that trust is broken, the results can be devastating. Medical error can leave patients and families facing unanswered questions and lifelong challenges. Founded in Jacksonville, Edwards & Raggets helps you understand and protect your legal rights after medical negligence. No fees unless you recover damages. We're here to help. Call 904-INJURED or visit 904injured.com.
Edwards & Raggets, offices Jacksonville.
Hi, this is Dr. George Bari, an orthopedic surgeon who is fellowship trained in sports medicine. If you are a young athlete or a weekend warrior, I treat you with the care and expertise that is needed to diagnose and treat your injury. Come see me at Bari Orthopedics to get the care that you need.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com. And follow Doc on Instagram at Dr.GeorgeBari.
Summer break means the kids are home and your plumbing is working overtime. If something's acting up and backing up, call Duck Duck Rooter. We've got years of experience and honest pricing that's as straightforward as our fixes. With the Summer Splash Plumbing promotion, receive one free drain cleaning with any plumbing repair of $500 or more. Fix what's wrong, clear what's clogged, and get back to enjoying your summer.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Looking for ways to save on your JEA bill? We're on it. When it comes to your utilities, the less you use, the more you can save. That's why JEA offers ways to help you manage your usage and avoid higher than expected bills. Use our online tools to monitor your usage throughout the month. Schedule a free irrigation or energy efficiency assessment and get personalized tips to save. And with JEA rebates, you can save when upgrading to more efficient equipment. Find more ways to save at JEA.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with Awaken 180. Increase flexibility, strength, and endurance. Breaking 190 or even 80 could be just 40 pounds away. Results this summer with the solution for weight loss. Awaken 180, weightloss.com.
At the Y, there's no place like this place. More than just a gym, the YMCA is a community where support, connection, and your well-being come first. And now, getting started is easier than ever with Your Rate, an income-based, affordable membership designed to fit your lifestyle and your budget so you can focus on what really matters, feeling better, moving more, and connecting with others. Join today and discover a place where you truly belong. Learn more about Your Rate at fcymca.org.
Have you tried a Form energy drink yet? You need to, and it's available at Gate. 4 great tastes, screaming free to Blue Blitz, Orange Fury, and Grape Smash. Form energy, natural flavors, natural caffeine, and electrolytes for hydration are a perfect blend for energy and mental focus. Find it at Gate.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is, I agree with Coach. You can't have any question marks on the O-line. You either got them or you don't. And if you don't, you need to find them. And right now we got huge question marks at particularly one position. I'm not going to say who or what his name is, but we all know who he's talking about. But, yeah, man, you need violent people on your offensive line, man, collectively.
Did he wear the same jersey?
Yeah, he might have.
Same jersey number?
That might be what you're so upset about.
No, I'm not. I'm not upset at all.
Making that jersey look
I'm being misrepresented, that's all. No, I ain't gonna pile on it. I'm telling you that what he just needs to change is he can't question himself. You got to play with a lot more confidence. You got to be a lot more violent.
He's a big dude.
And I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to tell you an example where I know that, He's not. Last year, he went up against Josh Hines-Allen and team, right? And Josh beat him around the corner. And he pushed him in the back. And then Walker Little went over there to help him up, and Josh Allen slapped his hand. Like, get away from me. That lets me know everything that I need to know about how you're respected by that man. Right. And right then and there, I would have said the hell with Josh. I'm just saying my mentality would have been, the hell with you. Let's go again. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I want to see that.
I'm going to drive you in the dirt again.
Exactly. I'm going to drive you in the dirt again.
Yeah.
You're not
that's
gonna
what
slap
every
my
offensive line coach is looking for.
And looking for
He's
attitude.
looking for the fight and the attitude. And desire that, we know you can't win every battle, but it's how you handle, after that. Are you willing to get back up off the ground
adversity
and fight for your own pride?
Yeah. But that nasty has to be in that spinal cord. It's got to be in there.
It's got to be built in. Yeah, you can't learn it. Either you got it or you don't got it.
All right, Matt.
I'll tell you what my goal moment is. The anticipation for this season, man. Like, we're talking about this, and I'm just fired up, man. I cannot wait for camp to start. Yeah. And I imagine around the time, this is probably more anticipation than even 2018. I bet it's like this is as fired up as this city has been, I would imagine, since Big Sur, since probably 98, 99.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this is legit right now, man.
The leadership looks right. It looks aligned. It looks like there is a quarterback that is just ready to pop,
just explode, man. He was a finalist for the NFL MVP last year, man.
Ready to pop.
Yes, and your staff has proven they can develop guys.
Yeah,
right. Well, go ahead, Coach. Now, I was going to say the difference between us and 98 and 99. I remember, Coach, that Tom told us that we're not here to kiss nobody's ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
All those teams that the Broncos of the world, the Steelers, the 49ers, we ran through them because we got tired of kissing the ring.
Yeah, bump that, right?
Yeah.
Right. And our division was tough.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew it was different. And hopefully that's where we're at now with our division that's going to get because our division was so physical.
That was the old AFC Central.
We could win the division. Yeah. There isn't anybody we couldn't beat. Just by winning our division was hard enough. Mm-hmm. And that's how I saw the NFC East. Dallas and the Redskins and Philly, we all canceled each other out. So we all had a shot because we're going to beat each other up during the year. You just got to be ready at the end of the season for the dance and, and see what you can do. Yeah, Dallas was the leading team, okay? But when it came to playoff time, we beat them. We beat Romo. Mm-hmm. He had a better passing percentage than Eli Manning. But he couldn't tail it off at the end of the year. Kansas City couldn't tail it off in the AFC when they were dominant with Priest Holmes and crew. Marty Schottenheimer. Their stats were phenomenal, but they got in the dance. They just couldn't do it.
Right, because you got to be physical.
Yeah,
you got to be physical.
So other areas, like you said, you were impressed with camp. You were impressed with most of what you saw. But what else, from a position group point of view, jumped out at you?
Well, the first position group that stands out more than anything is how much talent we have in our receiver core.
Uh-huh.
Between the tight ends and the wide receivers, I think we're as solid as anybody out there that can be, highly used. And I think our coordinator, head coach, will do a great job with that.
Mm-hmm.
The challenging area, as we talk about, is going to be the running back situation, but that's fine. That is an okay situation as long as we control the ball, we don't turn the ball over, and we can move the chains. And they will progress. The best thing you could ever have in a running back situation, I've done it by committee over years.
Mm-hmm.
I love when guys can't wait to run on the field and don't want to come off the field. That guy becomes hungrier. He keeps his feet moving.
Mm-hmm.
He changes dynamics of your offensive attitude, their defensive attitude on the sideline, because they're like, hey, the longer you're out there, the longer I can get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. The longer I can keep that damn quarterback from throwing the ball all over the place. That's the value of the running back, okay? To spark. It was always my belief, who is going to be the guy that sparks this team? No matter if it's catching the ball, running the ball, yards after first contact. It's a physical game. Those guys have got to be the guys that spark. The running backs do. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What we do in the pass game, that's a total. Our quarterback, like you said, he's dying to get out there. Can he just win the games for us that we need to win? That's all he's got to do. Take care of the team, take care of the ball, do what is necessary, and we'll be fine. I'm happy and excited about that. The offensive line, can they stay healthy? Can they be consistent? If their offense can be consistent, now we go on the other side of the ball. The most important, I think our secondary, we'll have a better feel, but I feel good about our secondary because our receivers are also challenging our secondary every day in practice. Okay? So when you have good against good, I would say in practice, we're going good against good as much as we can.
And that's better than what used to be old Jaguar good.
That's it. You're always trying to figure it out.
Yes, I mean, it's I look at this thing and I think this team has like a little identity now, which they haven't had in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
They didn't really have an identity in 2017. They were just badasses on defense.
Well, it would have been the takeaways on defense,
Yeah. So when I think this team has an identity now. I think they understand they blew it last year, quite frankly. You don't go to Denver and win by 2 touchdowns and not think you're the best team in the AFC because they were.
And did they feel it in the offseason?
Right. Did they feel it? That's the question. The question then becomes is how much is it pissing you off that you blew a shot to get to the Super Bowl?
That's going to be their hunger, their fuel. And Liam said it with the soundbite we played yesterday. Meat left on the bone. They got to come back hungry to get a little bit more, and you know that. Get a little bit more. You may not make it all the way, but you still have that.
Like when you guys lost to the Chargers at home, that off season, and then we could get
set it up
but
and
that
save
off season going into the Super Bowl run. What was that like for the team?
All right, save that. That's the question coming up. XLP before we are done.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
It's Men's Health Month, and Ackerman Urology reminds you that early detection matters for prostate health. If you're over 40, now's the time to get checked. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. So don't wait. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Bortles. People know I've always said if I wasn't playing football, I'd probably be on a construction site. So Next Gen Roofing finally let me live the dream.
Blake, why are you wearing a red practice jersey?
Always worn it for safety.
Right. Well, around here, the red jersey means you're the new guy. So you're in charge of garbage cleanup.
Perfect. I love garbage time. Always excelled in it.
It's not exactly what I meant.
Good thing Next Gen Roofing has real pros handling everything from family homes to large commercial buildings. Next Gen, teamed up with you.
Teamed up with you.
Summer is made for road trips, beach days, and family vacations. Before you hit the road, make sure your vehicle is ready at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Their trusted technicians can handle your oil change, fluids, filters, and more, all while you stay comfortably in your vehicle. No appointment needed. With convenient locations, a 4.7-star national rating, and named #1 quick lube for customer service by Forbes, it's easy to see why drivers choose Valvoline. Get road trip ready today at Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why we are North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes in our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. KeyBuickGMC.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I can tell you as Walk-Off Charities has grown, we now manage a large athletic facility with numerous fields, including the Bregan Baseball Complex. To get around, we needed a good, reliable golf cart. I went straight to Dynamic Drives and Design in Jacksonville. I met with Travis, told him exactly what our needs were. Would you believe before you knew it, the perfect cart was delivered to us at an incredible price? If you need a golf cart, Travis and his team are the go-to. Learn more about them at dynamicdrivesdesign.com.
Did you know that the Kuhn Flowers showrooms are filled with gift ideas for the ones you love? This is JJ. From floral arrangements to unique and timely gifts, Kuhn Flowers has been a staple here in Jacksonville for over 75 years. KuhnFlowers.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Having a fun time today. Coach Gerald Ingram hanging out with us. We look back on the OTAs, the mini camp for your Jaguars, and then they got some time off after tomorrow, and they'll be vacation bound, and we'll see if Trevor takes the wide receivers and tight ends and whomever else down to the Bahamas, and they throw it around or whatever. We'll find out, but they got a little vacay. Trevor did say yesterday that it's not enough time to where you can just go and do a bunch of things. You got to stay sharp. And it goes back to what Coach Ingram and Big, you've been saying, that you come into camp ready to go, not to get ready to go. It's a big difference now.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing you will hate to do is let these last 5 weeks get you out of shape, out of focus, all right? This is just a little downtime, before you restart the engine. Don't try to do too much. I heard that someone who's going to Costa Rica.
Yeah, that was Eric Murray.
Eric Murray. I don't have a problem with that.
No.
Just maintain yourself.
Yeah.
So what happened with you guys? And the year before you went to the Super Bowl, you lost the Chargers at home in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
What was that like, the offseason?
Well, listen, first of all, before you even got to the offseason, after the game was over, I go to the restaurant with my wife, and there's an elderly lady that comes and pulls the chair, sits right next to me, and she starts crying. And she tells me about her father and her grandfather used to work in the coal mines and how she grew up a Steeler fan. So that wrecked me right there. All right, so that's how I started my offseason. I was already wrecked. I felt this small.
Because you didn't get to the Super Bowl.
Because we didn't get to the Super Bowl.
Her dream.
Yeah, I ruined her dream. So,
Okay.
I
Forget about your dream.
I spent my offseason raring to go. I wanted to get back in tune because I knew that we were good enough to go to the Super Bowl. I knew we were talented enough. I think that still a team that lost to the Chargers was probably better than the team that actually went to the Super Bowl.
So
we had a healthy Rod Woodson. We had Eric Green.
Yep.
We had some John L. Williams. We had some powerhouse people on that team that could have helped.
So
and
that
the
speaks
49ers,
to the hunger that this team should have.
Yes, absolutely. Once you get a taste of it, you get that close. Now, this team didn't make it to the championship game, but when you get in the playoffs and you got a lot of good going on and you know you're good, the Patriot team was not probably as good as you were, and yet they still went. Yeah.
Yeah, you beat the number 1 seed less than a month earlier by 2 touchdowns on the road.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah. On Mile High.
On Mile High.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, that's the fuel, the hunger that you talk about, Coach, that you want them to have that bad taste in their mouth, to stay.
It's got to give you the grit through the season.
Yeah.
To fight through everything.
Yeah. It at the very least.
Because we're still upset about our season here. I mean, we lose.
Hell,
3
I'm
games
worried about Leon
year.
about the season in '92 right now.
Yeah. It just stays with you.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's made a difference. I'm looking forward to it because they look like a good football team right now.
They look like they know they have building blocks already secured. Now it's what do you do next? Speaking of next.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Taylor Dahl joins us now. Helmets and Heels. That was a much better segue than whatever I tried.
Yeah, some of the weird stuff.
Exactly. But we were talking, Leon was so fired up a second ago and going back to the mid-'90s, and that's how these players live with losses.
Yeah.
And they never go away. It ain't easy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like some of the more memorable moments in life are sometimes the losses when it comes to you can vividly remember for fans where you were sitting when a certain loss happened or what you were wearing or, man, I said I wasn't going to wear that jersey again and I did and it's my fault they lost. And you have all those things in your head. But I do, and I like we've talked about a lot on Helmets and Heels, like of this season was very, very impressive. You've got a new coach. There was a lot of things that Trevor had to work through mechanically with his footwork, all of that stuff. You've got a lot of newness that you had to figure out, and you won a lot of football games, but you lost your playoff game, and that was one of those moments where once you lose that, you're out, and then you're starting over. So how important is that, and what can they learn from that game, I think is really important. And we've heard Liam say a few of the things when it comes to the run game and the stink and all of that stuff. So a lot of things that you don't want to have another one-year wonder team. It just you don't want that to happen again.
No way. All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, we'll get into some of that. We're going to continue to go through the AFC South, and there's a lot of changes in the other teams in the AFC South, not just here in Jacksonville. So we've been kind of taking a look at that. We'll do that. We'll talk about the Sorsby stuff. This is getting a little wild now. Where does he go? I don't know. The supplemental draft, and we'll see what that looks like. So yeah, a lot of that stuff.
All right, sounds good. We will be listening.
Thanks, guys.
Helmets and Heels coming up next. All right, we are done. Coach Ingram, you and I are going to keep working a little both sides of the ball with Coach Duffner coming up. Thank you for hanging out with us. As always, we appreciate it. Big Sirs gets another round of applause for bringing lunch again. Thank you, Big Bro.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Always get.
I share because I care.
Exactly. Always getting it done. All right, we are done. So we hand it over to Helmets and Heels. Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C, JJ, Coach Ingram. And we appreciate all y'all listening. If you missed any of it, just go back, hit YouTube, search XL Primetime, and you can stream the entire show. We are done. We'll talk to you mañana.